Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the Timberlake Show, people. What's up? What is up, my people? What is going on, man? How y'all feeling? All right. The mic is hot. We live. Up in the building. Buck Bewley's in the house in the return of the almighty Black Mamba, y'all. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back, Black Mamba. Glad to have you back, sis. We missed you. We're so glad to see you return. Buck missed you. The Wolfpack missed you. Glad you came back. Thank you. Glad to see you. Glad to see your presence here in the chat room. Wow. Tim Black's Wolfpack in the house, man. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Things seem a little bit more back, cohesive a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just so glad to have you, Black Mamba. Thinking about you today and hoping that you were doing okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tim Black Show. I want to say what's up to Tim Black members, man. Supporters of the Tim Black Show, man. People that keep coming through. People that share it. You know what I'm saying? Black Mamba says it feels good. You know? We just hope you feel better. Yeah, man. Thank you all the Tim Black Wolfpack members for concerns and everybody doing what they do. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for doing what they've been doing, man, and coming through and sharing the content and keeping the show going, man. And it's making noise and it's doing what it's doing only because of support of people like Black Mamba, Buck Bewley, Man Oz, you know, Ebony, AT, you know, and so many of the other frequent members, Tobias Grove and Kat Negrita, and all the great people that come through, man, to do what they do. H Stacks in the building, Elizabeth Looney, and these names I say over and over and over again because over and over again, they come through and they support this content. So when people say, like, why do you always do these shout outs? That's because these people weren't watching. They weren't, you know, supporting this content. There wouldn't be content. And don't you worry. Person that's wondering that. You come through and you participate in the community. And I'm not saying it's everything, but we're human beings and we like to be acknowledged. And you'll be acknowledged too. So come on and join the Tim Black Wolfpack, become a part of our community. We got an open door policy, man. And we'd be happy to have you. Go to jointimblack.com to become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Only $5 a month. And that help keep the show going. That's all. Buy me one expensive water a month. And I'll use it to keep this content going and bring on great guests and devote my time and my life to this with your help. Look, guys, we got a lot happening, man. Wow. I didn't mean to get so deep so early. I didn't mean to, you know, get all teary-eyed and you know, get all sentimental and stuff. We got no room for that right now. Let's get into this content. Look, Tim Black Show is brought to you by the Tim Black Mug. This is the mug of choice for those that want a voice. It's a Tim Black Legacy mug, symbolizing my 13 years of content, media, independent media, standing on my square, 10 toes down, Johnson. Politics for the people. That's the only politics that matters. The rest is corporate and parties. I like parties. I like house parties. I like birthday parties. You know, and I like block parties. I do not like political parties. too much locking you in. I want to be able to roam. I want to be a free thinker. But go to timblackmug.com. Get a mug. This mug right here, guys, while supplies last. I don't know if I'm going to order any more. I might just let, outside vendors take care of the distribution. But I'll tell you, man, there's something about when you order a mug from me. I don't know, when you order this mug, let me tell you, hold on a second. When you order this mug, I get the order. I receive the order. I pack it. I label it. I pay for the shipping. I do all the processing myself. This is not done by somebody else. So I'm putting it together for you. I'm putting in stickers and wristbands and buttons and stuff that I've collected over the years that are part of the Tim Black Wolfpack merch. And I just throw it all in, man, because I don't know, man, it's a great feeling to be connected to the people that support the show, man. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that the next year, because I got mugs and clothes for sale. If you go to timblackpaws.com, you'll see my merchandise. But this mug, this is done in-house. And it's been a pleasure to do it. It just takes a lot of work. Okay, get up to the post office. Mrs. Black helps too by helping me get them dropped off. Because I'm usually down here working. Ain't that right, Mrs. Black? Shout out to the mighty Mrs. Black as well, guys. Get up for Mrs. Black. All right, so what other housekeeping? Okay, for anybody that's new to the show, we cover U.S. politics, breaking news, and Black culture on this show. We do that 5 days a week. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There you go. 5 days a week. In those other days of the week, I'm not doing live streams, but I am putting out content. Gonna have some announcements coming up, but I think I'll wait until I'm solid. What else we got? What else we got, Johnson? With my people here, if you're watching on X, share this on X for us. Let's get us in the algorithm, guys. Can we get in the algorithm a little bit tonight? Look, we used to run a banner here. 400 likes. It was our goal. I don't know, man. We've been growing, but I don't know if we can hit 400 likes. But hey, I'll throw it out there. Look, the goal tonight is 400 likes. Hit the like button. Let the algorithm know that you're watching the Tim Black Show. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the algorithm. And let's see if YouTube lets us meet more people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for bragging rights. It's for me reaching more people, man. If I want to brag, I let my happy viewers, man, my viewers that love the content brag for me. You feel me? Y'all brag for me when you share my content, man. The algorithm is what I'm trying to battle, man. I feel like the more people know about the show, the more people watch. Yeah, thank you. The more people know about the show, the more people watch. And my job is just to let people know about it, man. I ain't even got to sell it. Because when you see a black man that ain't capable for the Democratic Party, but also he ain't a self-hating Negro running down himself, his people, referring to black people as them people, y'all, instead of us, we, well, this stands out. It stands out to those that matters. Some people just, if you're in a Democrat, they don't want nothing to do with you. They want to still cape for Biden at this late point. It's crazy, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Some people, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, man. I had a guy, because I put out a clip of my brother Michael Singleton and I's conversation, which at this point is 3 weeks old? He like, I get the negative comments, man. We all do, man. You finally got a good guest on your show, so now you can stop attacking other brothers. I'm like, Michael been on the show 3 weeks ago. I just put out a clip today, but let's not even have a conversation about who's been on my show. how can I say this without sounding jacked up? I'm greatly appreciative to Shermichael Singleton, who I consider a friend, a new friend. Came on the show, man, but I'll make no mistake about it, man. I've had professors, playwrights, directors. I don't even want to name drop all these people. Congress people on this show, presidential candidates on this show. Like, it's just crazy. People just see, it's bad. Sometimes people see a black person see a black person, think they ain't doing nothing. They just assume the most horrible thing. Like the only person I had on the show was Shermichael. He wouldn't have been on this show probably if he thought the only person I could get on here was him. Now, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't Brian Gumble, you know what I'm saying? I ain't Larry King yet, you know what I mean? Let's keep it, calm down, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't at Shannon Sharp level, thank goodness. Oh, come on, Skip. Oh, come on, Tim. Tim, that's cold, Tim. Oh, hell no, Tim. Tim. Oh, come on now. Come on, you gonna do that? Come on now. Tim. How you gonna do that? Do your uncle like that? Look, guys, tonight we got some content, man. We got some words, man, for these peoples, man. We got some words for these peoples. Hey, I can see my super stickers now. They must have updated something. What? This back. I didn't do anything, so it must have been their system, Johnson. Yeah, they fixed the. Now I can see super chats again. I couldn't see that, guys. Yolandia Currents in the house. Thank you, Yolandia Currents. I appreciate you, man. I haven't been able to see my super stickers in a minute. And then I got Yolandia coming through, man, dropping some love on him on the brother's show, man. Thank you, Yolandia. You all right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. It's gonna be my new motto. I got two new mottos. One of the new mottos is this. Black America doesn't need symbols, we need solutions. And I'm in the solution business. I'm not in the kissing party ass business. I'm not in the placating bigots business to get views. And I'm not in the pulling punches business. I'm in the solutions business. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not responsible for your feelings. I'm responsible for telling you the truth. If you can handle it, tune in. If not, hasta la vista, baby. Now, I like that. That was pretty good. That's all right. I like that. That was all right, man. That's punching. Get them going, man. You know, I want to joke, but I ain't always joking, Johnson. They like to see black guys joke around, be silly. You know, they want you to be a clown. Look at the clown. Nah, man, I'm going to come with drop some elbows. Tonight's show is Monday Mayhem update. Scandals, breaking news, hot takes. Hashtag Tim Black Show. Remember, guys, go to Join Tim Black to become a member of the Tim Black Show, official VIP, so you can get long-form content to you directly. I got a lot of content I put out, but my special interviews, you get early access. This week's special guest, Dan Lathan, formerly at TMZ, now of The Ringer and Higher Learning Podcast. We had a great conversation. 10 toes down. We stood on where we stood, but it was dope. It's available to my VIP members now. It'll be released to the public on Friday. Nothing for nothing. So yeah, come on, join us. Y'all ready to get some content going? Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Got enough light over here? I don't know. Guess aside, y'all can see me, right? Melanin on fleek. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Hell, man, I don't remember exactly what order we're going, but all of it is dope. So let's do it.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
People like this have no place in our society, and we will do everything in our power to make sure the full weight of the law is brought down on these 6 individuals.
6 people, including 4 teenagers, are behind bars, facing multiple charges. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says, first, the group tried and failed to break into a convenience store, damaging a bathroom door and shooting up the security cam. Days later, they say that group shot and killed 40-year-old Larisha Thompson.
Somebody lost their mom, their sister, aunt, mother. Just a tragedy. This person is out doing the same thing you and I do, just driving down the road, minding their own business.
The sheriff says Thompson was driving down Riverside Road on her way to meet friends when the group tried to rob her. He says 21-year-old Azael Torres Chirinos is the one who pulled the trigger, hitting Thompson, leaving her for dead in her car. Officials say none of the suspects are in the country legally and should not have had the gun.
They took the life of an innocent young lady, didn't have the right to be here, much less commit these crimes here.
Detainers have been placed on all 6, so if any of them were to become eligible for release, they would be taken into ICE custody.
I want you to know, man, I saw this story. I saw this story last week. And I meant to do it with them because it's such a horrific story, such a tragic story of what took place here. But I wanted to point out something that's rarely talked about, you know? Black people are the victims of violence as well. And this appears to be a random act of violence where these undocumented teenagers and grown people, adults, basically looking for victims. Basically wilding out, just choosing anybody. And I want to just point it out that, you know, seldom do black people talk about, like in mainstream media, do we ever hear the conversation about black people being protected from crime? Yeah, we just hear people framing us as the perpetrators, but you know, black people are also very much victimized. And this is such a case, man. This didn't get any play, man. And you know what you will not hear, fam? You know what you will not hear? You will not hear Democrats talk about Larisha Thompson. See, if it don't fit the narrative, no one talks about you. And then when it fits the narrative, all they want to do is talk about you. When we gonna recognize that when they doing all this talking about you, it's not because they give a damn. It's because you fit a narrative. Your story helps their story. And if that ain't the most disingenuous, I don't know what is. I mean, it's a media game, man. It's like reindeer games. You know, both sides play it. But as an advocate for Black America, I got to call this out. So let me get this right. MSNBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, PBS. The only time you're going to talk about us being, our women being unalived is when it's done by cops. What about illegal immigrants? What about them? Oh, because you don't want us to be upset. You don't want us to realize, hold on, safety matters. And when you got people in the country illegally, and when they don't obey the law, in years, well, they do it. They don't do it a lot, Tim. It's only a few people. You know, tell that to Larissa's kids. Go ahead. See, I got my own theories, man. I got a theory why they don't want to talk about Larisha Thompson. They don't want to talk about Larisha Thompson because they can't they can't, when it's a Black woman, they can't just sweep it under the rug and act like it don't matter like Laken Riley. Because once it's acknowledged, they got to at least pretend like they care. See, with Lake and Riley, we got people publicly being like, I don't know why I cared about that. Democrats. They felt heat politically, so they was like, oh, Lake and Riley, that is a sad thing. That's sad what happened with her. The fact she was murdered by an undocumented migrant, illegal migrant. For her life, as she was assaulted, killed. Out for a jog. You remember this. It was brought up at Trump's State of the Union address. Then the Lake and Riley Act was passed. I wonder if Trump, let's do a Larissa Thompson Act. Let's do that. Let's get some momentum behind his sister. See, man, whenever I'm talking to the Democrats, man, and God bless them, some of them mean well, man, and I'm seeing some people that ain't even Democrat, man. They just, more progressive or lean more liberal. Lately, I've been talking to people that aren't even Democrats. They just lean on some of those policies, but they get more and more and more like us and more like, hey, both parties suck, Johnson. But still, the rhetoric of some folks, man, is just, we don't want to help the right. We don't want to help Trump. Hey, man, Trump only been in office a few months. Don't tell me Larissa Thompson's life didn't matter. We all know if she would have been unalived doing a traffic stop, I'd be talking about it. I'm talking about it now, but we'd all be talking about it. Hell, it might even make The View. But Larissa Thompson's story will not make The View, and they'll say, oh, but this is only to feed raw meat to the Trump base. I don't care. I don't care when people, look, as a Black American, actually as a working class American as well. Let's get it straight, guys. As a person who's not rich, who don't have a trust account, listen, I don't have the luxury to be wondering why you do shit. I don't have the luxury to be like, I wonder where his heart is. Where's his feelings? What's his motivations? Nah, man, give money to the schools. I don't care if you do it to make Democrats look bad. Just do it. Ha ha, we'll laugh together. I don't care about motivations. Solutions over symbols. Solutions. I think we should be advocating for a Larissa Thompson Act. I don't know what that act gonna consist of, but there's gotta be tighter scrutiny on immigrants, on migrants. There's gotta be charges for people that want to prevent ICE from doing their damn job. That is important. Nobody has a problem when the sheriff come get my brothers who got open warrants. To me, being undocumented is like having an open warrant. And nobody has ever cried a river for a Black man or a poor white man or a poor Latino or a poor Asian in any mixture thereof. Having their door kicked in. Being arrested on their job for a warrant or driving their kids to daycare or what have you. Nobody's ever cried a river for it. But y'all want to cry a river for undocumented people. Like they victims. Hey, I can show you some victims. Let me take you to this place. I know a couple places. This is a place called Dodge View. Okay, over in Capitol Heights, Maryland. I know a couple places. On Shell Station, on Walters Lane. Holla if you know what I'm talking about. I know a couple places. Okay, we could go to Simple City. Northeast. I know some places. So And that's Washington, D.C., by the way, guys. Look, man, let me just end this by saying, Larissa Thompson, my condolences to her family. They left this mother to die in her car. Robbery appears to be the motive. And she deserves justice. And the justice of just putting them out the country is not enough. We need the justice of doing a better job at the border. Last thing, I want to add this, guys. Somebody was on my Twitter. I don't know who this guy was, but he kind of ticked me off. Because he's like, he was responding to a video I did with Shamichael, with an excerpt from my interview that I put out. I thought it was a great piece. It was about black jobs and how it's documented that the increase of migration or immigration increases the unemployment of black American men particularly. There's numbers, hard data. Also, there's numbers that more than suggest that it also increases mass incarceration of black men. Direct correlation. Because, you know, when people can't take care of their families, because it's harder to find work because they're getting discriminated against, because the employers, who we got to go after them too, would rather hire undocumented people and pay them less than hire brothers who want full whop for their, full paychecks. And that makes people sometimes do things differently than they would and be in a different mind space. Because if the money ain't adding up, ain't nothing adding up. The point is this, man. Brother came at me like, yo, you. What about the government cuts and Doge hurting black jobs? Guys, we can talk about jobs. We can talk about failures of the Trump policy. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just not a Democrat supporter. I know you get that. I know it's hard to manage to keep that in your head. I know that's difficult. I know it's difficult. It's like a person who don't use them pronouns but don't have hate for LGBTQ, just saying getting into the pronoun game. I know it's hard to understand that. I ain't got to go with you. Don't mean I'm going with them. Going for self and what I believe, what I stand on. Want you to know something, sir. We had 4 years of Biden with an open border policy. I don't know you, but I bet if I go through your profile, I won't see you saying a mumbling word about all them migrants that came in and went to cities that were heavily populated with black Americans, where resources were reallocated from those black citizens to those migrants. But now you want to talk to me about 5 months of Trump's presidency. Meanwhile, you were quiet for 4 years. Then you want to come get on your damn high horse to me? That's what you want to do. Now, I don't know you that well, but I'm going to go through your profile. I'm going to see if I see you talking about Larissa Thompson. I'm going to call you words like Tom Coon, Shucklebuck, Handkerchief Head, and others, but I won't. What I will call you is not worth my time. Because any brother that won't stand on truth would rather dance for a party ain't a brother I will indulge in any further. But this is for the benefit of those who want to see you get the business. The Kings is here. I'm going to say the Kings. Well, the Kings is here. All right, y'all. Shout out to, once again, my condolences to the Thompson family, her loved ones, especially her children who now don't have a mom. You scumbags. Do your job, Whoopi. Do your job, Sonny. Do your job, Jake. All after the fact, talking about Trump. Oh, talking about Biden's cognitive ability. Hey, everybody. It's spring. We know. That's how I feel about everything in the Jake Tapper room. All right, guys, let's keep going, man. What else we got? Jakes is telling people Captain Obvious. Captain Obvious. And I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. We're gonna tell the truth, shame the devil. What's next on the docket? What's next on the docket? I like that.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Union halls 8 years ago. We need to understand what working men and women want to talk about, which is economics, job security, how much food costs, what the cost of living is every single day. And Donald Trump, he's very good at understanding people's fears and his anxieties, but I haven't seen him do anything that's lowering costs right now. And when I'm home, I'm hearing it.
I'll defend the Democrats. They are for things. Illegal aliens. You're for boys and girls sports. I mean, you are for things.
When I hear, damn, somebody call CPS. Somebody call CPS every time. More often than not, when Scott Jennings is on here, man, I just be like, get off them. Stop beating them like that, Scott. They just need to call Child Protective Services on Scott because he just be beating these kids. This is a grown-ass woman this is Sharia law. Scott? Cut this out, man. This is crazy. Jesus, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt, man, but damn, that's good. Damn. You better. She said all that, and then he ain't even take the bait.
How much food costs, what the cost of living is every single day. And Donald Trump, he's very good at understanding people's fears and his anxieties, but I haven't seen him do anything that's lowering costs right now. And when I'm home, I'm hearing it.
I'll defend the Democrats. They are for things. Illegal aliens. You're for boys and girls sports. I mean, you are for things. And that's why you have such struggles right now in your party, because you're not for anything that's on the right side of any of the 80-20 issues that are driving this cultural divide in America. I think Wes Moore's actually a pretty talented communicator. The other person who spoke in South Carolina, Tim Walz, is a special mixture of extreme buffoonery and a mean spirit, which is a toxic brew. He is not the future of the Democratic Party. Moore is interesting. Probably more interesting than some of the radicals you have out there, Crockett, AOC. I mean, those are the true leaders of your party right now, but it'd probably be better off replacing them with
That's not true, and I'm not going to even let you.
That's not true, and here's the thing. What Democrats are for is for an exceptional.
Next.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest. When Scott Jennings said that Wes Moore was a talented communicator, kind of stung a little bit. It's like, sounds like the cousin of, he's very articulate and clean. Sound a little bit like Biden. Yeah, before you Democrats get your panties in a bunch, sound a little bit like Biden there with the compliment about the how spoken. And like saying it about black men who can put a sentence together. So well spoken. You never say white guys are well spoken. But everything else, yeah, ouch. You know, man, I don't know what possessed the Democrats. I put out a podcast about it yesterday on one of the segments covered it, man. I think they are just very much caught up in this idea that they suck, and they just stuck that way. It's like, you know, when you're driving a car and you spin out, you're supposed to look in the direction that you want to go, not at the thing that you're going into. So the Democrats right now are staring at the thing they're going into. They're not looking, they're looking at Trump when they need to be looking at the lights or looking at their voters. You understand what I'm saying? So if you spin out, one of the things they tell you is don't look at the guardrail, look at the open road where you're trying to take the car to, right? And your body, your muscles, everything will gear you that way. But if you're looking at the wrong destination, you're going to go in the wrong direction, all right? Your final destination will be, hitting that guardrail. Democrats been looking at Trump. They ain't been looking at they haven't been looking at their constituents. They haven't been looking at their voters. They haven't been looking at their base. They haven't been looking at who they're trying to really get to support their party. And it's showing in all the numbers, man. They want to make it about independent media, man. Independent media is doing their thing. See, when truth is amazing, man. It's an amazing thing. When you tell the truth, people tend to listen. When you don't tell the truth, people tune your ass out. In that respect, there is a level of equity for everyone. Now, Democrats have a problem. Their truth is not the truth that most of Americans abide. You know what I'm saying? These whole issues of men and women's sports and all this to think anybody would lose an election, even partly, if Democrats lost 10% of the vote over that was enough to lose the election. I mean, Kamala lost, but she didn't lose by 50 million. Well, was it 50 million? I don't know. I think it's like 5 million. Anyway, Johnson. Yeah, just a little, just being not such a weirdo would have helped him. But me, I'm glad it didn't help him because I want to get black people out of the Democratic Party. I told Van Lathan, I said, man, I'm a Democratic Party hater. He said he wasn't a Democratic Party hater. He just looks at policy. Nah, I'm a Democratic Party hater. I respect you for saying that. But if you still got the vestiges of the Democrat Party, it took a while to detox myself. And now I embraced it. Because everyone's like, Tim, why you say these things about the Democrats? Ta-da! What Scott Jennings just said. They're on the wrong side of issues that matter most to black Americans and Americans in general. And then and then when you don't vote for them, they call you names. Charlamagne the God said there was a term for it called double hater. I'm not a double hater. I'm a Democratic Party hater, but I think both parties suck. Both parties do suck, but I don't hate the Republicans because I've never voted Republican. You know what I'm saying? I've never supported a Republican candidate. I just didn't. So they don't, black Americans don't give Republicans our votes 90%, 90 to 95% of the time, depending on what state you're in. Different states, a little different rates. So it's kind of hard to be complaining about a store you don't shop at. You can't return items to a store you didn't buy from. You can't break up with somebody who was never with you. Get what I'm saying? You get it. With that, back to Scott Jennings, man. Thank you, Scott, for providing this level of entertainment on CNN. One of the reasons you and Michael Singleton are very few other reasons why CNN is tolerable. Tolerable. I can barely tolerate it. But when you guys are there, man, and just this one more thing, this right here.
Spirit, which is a toxic brew. He is not the future of the Democratic Party. More is interesting. Probably more interesting than some of the radicals you have out there.
Toxic brew. He said that Tim Walz was a toxic brew. I just thought that was an interesting turn of words. Look, man, remember, Tim Walz is the one who thought he was funny. I thought he was creepy.
In America. I think Wes Moore's actually a pretty talented communicator. The other person who spoke in South Carolina, Tim Walz, is a special mixture of extreme buffoonery and a mean spirit, which is a toxic brew.
God damn. Extreme buffoonery. Yeah, I guess if I could point out the fact that he said talented communicator, and I'm sure there's some people that would say, okay, when you talk about black man articulation, it goes down to, Joe Biden wheel of the Pat Buchanan What's that other old bastard? I forget his name. Used to be on Morning Joe. They got rid of him finally. I forget his name. I see him. Hateful son of a. One of those white guys. Buchanan? Newt Gingrich. I see it, Pat Buchanan. That's his name. It's Newt Gingrich, Buchanan. Yeah. But I will add this, man, what he just pointed about Tim Walz. Toxic brew. That's good. That's buffoonery. He called Tim Walz a buffoon. This is another term. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, man, it's fair is fair. He called Tim Walz a buffoon. I'll take that. That's good. You're only a fool. And how can Tim Walz be upset? Tim Walz referred to himself as a knucklehead. Yeah. And then he wondered why no one wanted to elect him as vice president. I don't know, man. Maybe it's because you said you admitted to the whole world you were a knucklehead. That's why you don't remember where you spent your time in the service, under what circumstances you were serving, when you were serving in the armed services, what capacity? Because you were a knucklehead? Oh, okay, fine. All right, guys, I'm sorry. We're all over the place. Scott Jennings killed it, crushed it. Let's go to the next.
He is not the future of the Democratic Party. More is interesting, probably more interesting than some of the radicals you have out there, Crockett, AOC. I mean, those are the true leaders of your party right now. But
Look at Sir Michael. Hey, sure, man, you yeah, he got a Crockett dig in. Yeah, Crockett's gonna respond. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to hear this. AOC, yeah, she's gonna whine. Crockett ain't gonna whine. She's gonna hit back. I like Crockett's hitting back. AOC will just whine and complain. Yeah, oligarchy.
Be better off.
You know, thing about the oligarchy, guys. I'm sorry. Thing about the oligarchy is why aren't Democrats admitting they got an oligarchy problem themselves? Like they had more billionaires give the Kamala's race than Trump's. Everyone keeps talking about Elon because he's the richest guy, but they had a lot of rich guys who weren't the richest, but when you put them all together, they spent more than Elon. You see, it's that type of lying that makes people not trust you. Because you lie. And then you get caught and you go, me? Yeah, you.
That's not true, and I'm not going to even let you.
That's not true. And here's the thing: what Democrats are for is for an exceptional.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I think a part of the conundrum for Democrats is disintegration, this dislocation you've seen specifically among men is something that Democrats haven't really figured out, Congresswoman, how to communicate, how to fix those numbers. I mean, Hispanic men, Donald Trump saw an increase of 20+%. Black men in states like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Texas, he saw double increases. And we're seeing signs that those numbers are likely going to persist. So if I'm a Democrat, it's not enough to just be against Trump. It's not enough to also articulate what you're for, but it's articulate what you're for that is palatable to a lot of Americans out there, specifically men of color who Democrats are currently bleeding.
Real quick. Look, I'm just going to tell you very quickly, we do get it. We're out there. We got a lot of young people out there working with them, and I'm not going to disagree. We lost all of them, but I think we've had a wake-up call, and we're working now to make sure we get it.
God, man, this lady, man, I'm going to give it up to her. I don't know if they pay you up. I don't know. Lady, why'd you accept this? This is gotta come on and apologize for a party that's failing in so many areas. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like making you wonder, like, hey, I don't know if I should even got out of bed this morning with all this. I gotta deal with this. I gotta explain why we can't keep Latino men. They sent an older white woman. I'm sorry, bless your heart. We all hope to get older. I hope to be here to get older. They sent an older white woman to explain why Latino men and black men, it's like peace. Latino men like, adios, amigos. Black guys like, later. So some black guys ain't even saying later. This is giving the head nod. I just. But so I covered this. Democrats are spending, I think it was $20 million. That was some number. I forget the number, man. They're spending some numbers. Millions of dollars the Democrats are going to invest in trying to come up with some language that will make men want to listen to them. You know what? Here's the language. You know, since look, I'm gonna do this. I hesitate to do it because my political advice is worth money. But I'm gonna give you one for free because I care about this country. My blood's in the soil. My family been here since the 1700s. So I'm gonna give you this for free, okay? Don't worry about the language. It ain't about buzzwords. I don't need you coming up here talking about glazing and riz. I don't need you trying to use no new slang. I don't need you going, what's up, dog? What's up, fam? I don't need you doing none of that. The stuff, Jasmine Crockett, I don't need you doing none of the black scent stuff. We don't need ALC trying to change your voice up. Hi, y'all. We don't need that. What we need you to do is talk about the money. That's what black people need you to do, is talk about the money. Talk about actually making due on your back paid taxes to Black America. That's what we need. If you ain't gonna do that, save all the virtual signaling and go right to the economics of what you're going to do and how it's going to impact us. Don't tell me, hey, vote for Kamala. It'll make women like you more. I'm already liked by my woman. I don't need the virtual signal by giving somebody my vote who don't give a damn about my situation. Economics is what we're looking for. I do not claim to speak for all Black Americans, but I do speak in advocacy for a certain Black American, and that is Black Americans without a trust account. Black Americans 35 to 75, new dads, old dads, granddads, great-granddads, them brothers who are not Democratic Party butt kissers, who are tired of the nonsense. It's that, And in that group, it's a lot of cool-ass white guys, it's some down-ass Latinos, and some amazing Asians and Native Americans and people of all different whatever tendencies. There's some women too, a lot of them. It's a lot of women too. It's a lot of women too. We all care, but we're all very much concerned with the economic viability of our families and taking care of our loved ones, being able to live indoors, take care of our families, feed them, put food on the table, roof overhead, plan for the future, plan for retirement. These are things that you should be talking about. The buzzwords, the vernacular, the stringing in a catchy phrase, you ain't got to rhyme. You ain't got to lie to kick it. You ain't got to pretend to be Drewski or Lil Michi, or you ain't got to be Kendrick Lamar. You want to spit some bars, make it about finances. Talk with that. Don't talk about Target boycotts. Al Sharpton gonna do them. Al Sharpton and Jamal Bryant gonna do them and get y'all lost again. I know Roland and them support it, and other people support it. You're gonna do nothing but lose. All right, that's it. Let's keep going. Look, and I got no problem with you losing because I feel the Democratic Party is dead and sinking, and we need to go ahead and bury it in the backyard and get some new parties going. But just in case if people listening. There you go. That's on the House on the Tim Black Show. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Democrats don't know how to talk to men, Black men and Latino men. Talk money. Talk paper. Stop virtue signaling. Stop thinking you impressing somebody by going, we want the trans kids to be able to play ball with the girls. We want trans. Stop thinking just because it's in your bubble, people in your bubble find it courageous, that the rest of us could care about that. You know? You just sound weird. Y'all ready, man? Let's keep it moving, Johnson. Come on, Tim Black. Come on, Tim. We're having a good time, man. We're having a good time here telling the truth.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Police chief comes out and says, we don't have 2 + 2 = 4 yet. In other words, this is obviously an anti-Semitic attack and the victims were obviously part of that group. Therefore, we're not calling it terrorism. It adds a lot of, it's not good for the community. It's not good for the potentially targeted community. It makes law enforcement look disorganized and it makes the FBI look so juvenile. Like, why are you getting ahead of the police chief who says, I don't know what this is. It sounds, maybe it is what we all think it is, but maybe it's not. And he has no incentive to get it wrong. So we're going to take a step back, not be responsive to tweets by 2 heads of the FBI who don't have a long history in local law enforcement. And we will wait and hope it isn't what we all worry it is. And if it is, then there'll be an investigation. But that's like nothing I'd ever seen before. You normally, actually, Andrew knows this, you normally get the local people getting way ahead on motive and the FBI saying, we don't have it yet. You now have the opposite here. And until we know that the victims were members of that of the Jewish event, we don't have the nexus. And I will believe the Denver police chief that they do not have that nexus now. And if they do, I will be the first one out here saying that that is a hate crime. But until we do, we all need to not follow the FBI's tweets.
Okay.
What? Johnson.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Let me get this right. You have a man of Muslim faith. Person from Egypt, Muslim. He goes to a Jewish event that's held weekly. He planned to be there. It's an event. It happens weekly. It's on a schedule. It's on the calendar. They do this. It's a group of Jewish folks who are, I guess, memorializing the kidnapping of Jewish folks in Gaza by Hamas. Now, correct me anybody if I'm wrong, but that's pretty much what I gleaned from this. That's what the event is about. It's about them gathering together, recognizing that there are Jewish people who are held captive by Hamas. I don't understand what we're not getting. The person was Muslim. Not only was he Muslim at a Jewish event, he yelled "Free Palestine" when he was doing when he was throwing incendiary objects that he created by himself. Molotov cocktails. I think they said they found as many as 14 bombs. You get hit with one Molotov cocktail. It could be canceled Christmas. And remember, when Molotov cocktails hit you, the liquid's on fire. So they're people trying to help by dumping water on people who have basically a chemical burn, so to speak. So it's spreading. When you put water on it, it got worse. Folks, and there's time being spent on CNN discussing splitting hairs because they don't want to say it was a terrorist act or a hate crime? Like, come on, man. Now, look, I think later in the show, I'm going to talk along the other side of this, but we got to address this, man. Yo, we're going to call a thing on the Tim Black Show. A thing is a thing is a thing, okay? When Dylan Roof went up into that South Carolina Baptist church, you know the name, the Black Baptist church that he had staked out, he knew where he was going. Okay? We all know that now. He went to a black church full of black parishioners and killed all black people. Hate crime. Obviously racially motivated. He passed a lot of white churches on his way across state lines to go to this black church. Emmanuel Church, right? Emmanuel. So we're gonna do the same thing, man, when it comes to other people who got attacked, no matter who they are, no matter what group they're from. If you go to the people that went to that nightclub, the gay nightclub in Florida, they went into a gay nightclub. They didn't just go into a random club. They went to a gay nightclub and shot up the gay nightclub. Hate crime. It's a target in a group of people because of whatever differences. In that case, it was orientation. This right here is clear as hell, man. And this is what I got a problem with. These people only got a problem with Patel and Bongino because they're, Trump's guys, because they're part of the Trump administration. That woman would not be saying any of that crap if it was Comey or McCarthy or whatever the hell, right? She wouldn't be saying anything. It's just because she is one of them Democrats. She lean with the liberals. So she got to come on here and make this stupid. Who cares if they haven't finished the investigation? We can say a thing is a thing. We can say they attack a bunch of Jewish people. It wasn't like random. It was planned. And if you look at it, I got to imagine most people who look at this will say, yeah, he didn't accidentally attack Jews or Jewish people. He's sitting up yelling with the bombs in his hand, yelling more obscenities about Jewish people. What else do you need? In this case, you got film and video and audio of the guy talking smack. So, man, it's just hypocritical as hell, man, that people like this exist, that they, get to go on these networks and make up these bogus claims and try to cry wolf and play victim. Man, this is, just call it what it is. Sometimes you got to take the L and go have a seat. Have a seat, Democrats. The fact that this is a Democrat or Republican issue is crazy. This should not be a Democrat or Republican issue. This should be an issue about this person who did this. All right, man. All right. To that end, ladies and gentlemen, to the woman that was making the claim that this was not a hate crime based on no evidence to prove it wrong, how you gonna disprove it? This is Patel can have an opinion. And so can Bon Appetit.
Full of shit.
Yeah. That's my ruling. Let me know what you think it is. I think it's full of shit. All right. Next topic.
Okay, we've got still a lot of questions, a lot of information still coming in.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
He did it to, look, I dealt with it in the first term with him and other reporters. There was direct correlation, right? He'd call your name out. You'd get, weird phone calls.
Okay, so this is something that's interesting, and it's a topic that I haven't seen addressed. Okay, here we go. Okay, this topic is something that I haven't seen addressed. When Trump mentions your name, is it good for you or bad for you? I don't know, man. What's this guy's name? I forget this guy's name. What's his Todd? Okay. When Trump calls you out by name, is that good for your business or bad? According to Chuck Todd, it's not only bad, it's very bad. It's dangerous. Let's see what you think here. Here goes Chuck Todd with his point.
Black.
He did it to, look, I dealt with it in the first term with him and other reporters. There was direct correlation, right? He'd call your name out. You'd get, weird phone calls. You'd get weird death threats. I got my tires slashed in front of my house. You're just one of those. honestly, I've had conversations with him. I said, when you name check people who are not in the public square or who do not have the protection, I said, you bring a level of, and he goes, oh, isn't it good? Yeah, he views it as, oh, it's good publicity. Like and I don't think he's doing it to create a security problem for these people. But what he wants to do is deflect blame. Just remember, you blame them, you don't blame me. Right? That's always what he's looking for. But the reality is, Maddie, it creates a security problem. It creates and more public officials in Washington have their own security detail now than at any point in the 30 years I've covered Washington. And it's simply because of the name checking of threats that takes place now by him.
Oh. Well, here we go.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Chuck Todd, let me get this right. Just saying that because of Trump mentioning your name, people was flattening your tires? Could have been somebody you didn't tip properly at a restaurant. Couldn't have been that, huh? Second question. Chuck Todd, you realize that people get all types of things happen to them at all times, because of whatever reason. You have a direct correlation between Trump mentioning your name and these things happening. I'm wondering, is it possible it's just because you're in the public eye? And I say all that, Chuck, because, there are people who do videos on the internet who get the same thing. Yeah, they do videos on the internet and they didn't assault or insult or go after Trump. They said something about a podcaster. Or they diss Kendrick Lamar's music. Not even Kendrick Lamar. Not even Kendrick himself. There's other people that like his music. I mean, this is a phenomenon of social media. That's what it is, Johnson. This is not a Trump problem. Look, I want to be very clear here, man. Trump mentioning your name is exponentially better for you than bad for you. I don't care in what context. I know. Jasmine Crockett's over there like, he keeps on mentioning my name. Yeah, but a little bit of her is very happy, I believe. I believe she's very happy. She's like, I've arrived. The president is mentioning my name. Now, if the president say, y'all go see her, that'd be different. Now, that, my friends, would be horrific. But if you make this, man, Jasmine Crockett has made 20 pieces of content directly going at Trump before he said her name one time. Then he says her name, and now she a victim. And that just not hurts anybody. It's not his fault that he has support. In order to be whoever you're going to be, if your name gets bigger, you're going to have fans and you're going to have villains. Or you're going to have supporters and non-supporters. You might even have some haters. If you don't have no haters, you ain't doing something right. You got to have people that hate you. I know I do. How y'all doing, man? Good to see y'all. You got to have haters. Haters spread the word about you more than people that like you. Hence what Trump is doing when he dump on you. Chuck, wake up, man. You don't work at MSNBC anymore. You're going to need people to hate you for you to do any business on Substack. You'll be with your podcast, with your boring-ass podcast. If you want to thread the needle a little bit better and not be a hack for the Democrats because it's not going to be lucrative for the next 3.5 years at least, pull your head out your ass. There are people who didn't like you before Trump started running. Maybe they flattened your tires because of that Neil Flanders mustache. Maybe that did it, Chuck. I don't know, just different reasons. All right, guys. And to that, here we go. Let's rate Chuck Todd, ladies and gentlemen.
Suspect.
Yes, Chuck, I'm going to go ahead and go with suspect on you. Actually, I think you deserve a different designation. Let's see, which one is that? I'm sorry, Johnson. I gotta upload this. I feel like I mailed that one in. You're not suspect. It's more than suspect. Let's go with this one. Yeah. I think I gotta recalibrate. Guys, talk amongst yourselves while this loads up. This is important. This is for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like this, we gotta represent. You know, I'm gonna have a do-over on Chuck's BS detector designation, where his needle lands. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Chuck, is that doing a good service to the BS detector, Tim's BS detector programming to give him such a tepid mark. Here we go. Let's try again, Johnson. What do we give Chuck Todd?
Suspect.
It's not the right one. Where's the... Gotta try again. That's not the one I wanted. Why did it move, Johnson? Try one more time, man. Damn it. Is it stuck? Oh, no, we should be good. I don't know why it didn't move, Johnson. Now this is going on way too long. I'm sorry, guys. I have to fix it in post.
Suspect.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Suspect.
That's what happens when you try to get, fly on the fly. I wanted gaslight. Okay, that's the one I wanted. I feel like Chuck's gaslighting us. Next story. I'm going to find my editor.
Next on.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Where are we at here?
With Tim Black.
Okay, this is great, Johnson. So let me just get a lead in on this one. This is good here. What time is it? It's 1:37. Okay, we got enough time. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about this topic before. On the Tim Black Show. No, I shouldn't start there. How about this? Have you ever heard the phrase black fatigue? It's more than just a tired feeling. It's a silencing tactic used against black voices. It's also a bunch of bigots saying a bunch of dumb things because they get points and money and visibility by dumping on black people. Find out how harmful this is and how pathetic it is that they're using this tactic right here in this video. Stay tuned. So what I did, folks, is I went on X and I put in the term black fatigue. So I searched for black fatigue, and when I did that, some stuff came up. First of all, a number of accounts that people have named black fatigue. Yeah, bunch of terms called black, alluding to black fatigue. Waking up whites. Black fatigue. Okay, so it's very interesting. And what I saw was a number of videos of black people doing heinous things. Here goes a black man assaulting a white young man. Here goes a black woman helping herself to some chicken McNuggets or chicken tenders, it looks like. Yeah, those would be the tenders. Look like they're fried hard, too. A fight at a movie theater, it appears. No one's watching the movie. Everybody wants to. I want my tickets back, my money back. And then we have this, of course, a tether.
At this moment, I'm glad it's not racist to call black people out for their behavior and what they're doing to society at this moment. I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been so many years and it's finally catching up to y'all.
Whenever I hear a black person use the term y'all, I say, okay. So what you did, Candace Owens, you created a lane for lame black tethers, black-looking people from the islands, with low-cut blouses, low-cut shirts with their boobies out, to appear or attempt to dump on black people. That's all you need to do to get a name. Black fatigue is not racist. The word is rightfully tired. The world is rightfully tired of y'all. Yes, this is a signal to all of the Caucasians, all the bigots. I may look black, but I ain't black. Then when you say you're a tether, you just someone posing as black, and when there's some goodies or some type of support or any type of thing that you can benefit from, then you'll pretend to be black in order to receive said benefit. But you ain't black. This is what we be talking about. So when people say, Tim Mack, are you tripping? No, I'm not. She said more things, but I want y'all to notice, whenever I hear a person of melanated content referring to black people in the third person, those black people, y'all black people, those black people, I see it, I pick up on it immediately. And when I hear people do the opposite, I pick up on that too.
I've been trying to tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all.
You've been trying to tell us that white people are tired of y'all. Thank you. Thank you, white lady with a tan. I appreciate you. Now go sit your ass down over there somewhere.
Y'all too, but everybody, the world is getting sick of y'all and y'all's.
The world is sick of us. She doesn't even know that black Americans aren't all over the world. Only place black Americans are at is in America. Hence the term black America. Now I know we got some expatriates, okay? Come on, guys. Let's keep it real. I mean, I'm talking the majority, the bulk of black Americans live within America. This woman is a goofy. She got a struggle. You got struggle pictures on her wall. She got a struggle hairdo. Come on, man. Come on, Johnson. I understand entrepreneurial, pursuit. You want to make money. You ambitious. You want to, you want to get your own. You want to get out your parents. I understand you want to get off the bus. I understand these things, but you ain't got to use us to do it, sister. Get an OnlyFans.
Bullshit. I'm so glad this day is here.
I'm looking at your beard in the background here, sir, ma'am. Make your beard appropriately. I don't know, man. I'm just noticing these surroundings. Just noticing. So anyway, these are the things you run across when you look at the term black fatigue on X. Let's keep going.
Tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too, but everybody, the world is getting sick of y'all and y'all's bullshit. I'm so glad this day is here.
So yeah. Oh, that's her name, Valentina. Really Valentina something. Yeah, it's got the same wig on. She said she's a journalist. It's unfiltered take. This she got American flag in there. I hope it works out for her, man. I hope this help your algorithm. Hope you do well. They say things like this: black women kill more people than white men. Then just random fightings of black people getting in fights, fighting white people. It's white kid, black kid fighting. It's me, of course, talking about the issue. And it's just random. This is just all black fatigue. When you look up the term, you see a lot of this. This is great because this particular image is from a movie about a white supremacist, a neo-Nazi skinhead. And this is on X. Now, in the movie, the skinhead loses his life. But that doesn't negate the fact they chose to use this particular frame. Oh. So these are the people. So this is what I think about when I hear the term black fatigue and I hear certain black Americans supporting the term. Like this.
It's getting spooky. I just came across something called black fatigue.
And a lot of them are very phony, like this lady's phony. She came across it. Yeah, you didn't just come across it because you're making a video about it. Maybe if you just came across it, you wouldn't know what you were talking about, right? So you came across it and said, I'm gonna make a content about this. I bet I could do some numbers. And then that's when you did it.
Basically, it's white Americans are sick of our shit.
At least she said our. I will give her that. She said our. But after that, it's downhill.
I got news for you.
Oh, yeah. Another one. You got news for you? Okay. Let's hear the brother out. You got news for us.
Black Americans are sick of your shit.
He said your. See what I'm saying? Having a cigar in his hand does not negate. He with them people. Imagine being with them people like that and doing all that shucking and jiving and tap dancing for them people on these issues and still not really benefiting from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't really not curl never really curled all the way over. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens, man. They sell their souls. They do this. They pound on black people. They make all this noise. And this is countless videos. And of course, you know,
Use context clues and understand what it is. So, funny story, I'm scrolling on TikTok, minding my own business, just getting lost in the videos, and a white woman pops up in my algorithm and it's titled Black Fatigue. And I'm
yeah, notice this white woman popped up on her algorithm called Black Fatigue. It's like when people lie, they can't even lie straight. Listen to this. So we have this woman, what I believe, telling a phony story. This guy playing it for his audience as if he didn't see the video before he started playing it. And listen further. It gets more diabolical, fam.
like, this should be interesting. Now, this is a creator that I've really grown respect their videos.
Let me get this right. I thought you said this white lady did, as if you didn't know her. Now you're saying it's somebody whose videos you respect. So sounds like somebody you watched their videos before, probably hit like a couple times. They're in your algorithm. You didn't happen upon this. This is somebody that you follow. And I got a feeling they're not new to dumping on black people. Yeah, I got a feeling this is not their first entree into taking a dump on the blacks. And you still follow her. Therefore, because you get signals like if you stop watching enough of someone's content, they drop out your algorithm. Swipe away, hit dislike or whatever, count. So evidently, this is one of your friends. And it's funny because this dude, this sellout dude, he could not. Charleston White's his friend.
Basically, in her video, she's calling out the black community for different ignorant things that we do. And it's not
different ignorant things that we do. And so, I guess we got far enough. Is that far enough? I just don't want to leave anything out there that I should comment on. Is there anything else? Yeah. So anyway, this is what I was seeing. Oh, here goes the great ending. And of course, the ending, it'll be the focusing on black fatigue, the focus on their number one victim of black hate, Caitlin Clark. Yeah, poor Caitlin Clark having to suffer playing with black women. Yeah, man, she's suffering, having to go up against black women. Oh, no. I fail. Yeah. So that's what black fatigue is about. And I just want to point out, folks, the black fatigue argument, man, when I see people that are on this train, all I can think is sellout, Django, because they want to make an argument that they are, some of them, trying to make an argument that they're trying to help black people by calling black people horrible names and saying that black people are uniquely something wrong with black people. First, there's a couple things wrong about this. One is, number one, you're in an algorithm of hateful content about black people because the algorithm knows you like content that hates on black people. That's why you see so much of it. The algorithm knows you better than you know you. It knows how long you watch something. It knows when you swipe for, against, away, or to, when you hit like. It knows all that. So when you get content that dumps on black people, that's because you watch content that dumps on black people. Don't act like it's out of the blue. That's not how the algorithms work. Number 2, you are a coon. I don't like using that word, but I don't want to have to come up with a new word for you when this one works perfectly. Listen. If you focused on the activity that you don't like, fine. Why come it can't be ignorance fatigue, crime fatigue, wilding out fatigue, fighting fatigue, violence fatigue, thieving fatigue, sucker punching people in the head fatigue? Like if you focus on the activities, being unruly in the movie theater, being an asshole drunk in public fatigue, proud and long fatigue. Get where I'm going? If you focus on the activity that you did not like and made that the culprit, not the people, fine. I'd be okay with that. I think most of us would be okay with you saying, I don't like people that steal, particularly when it makes my prices of my goods go up. So why should I have to pay more for goods because you want to steal the goods? So you could say steal fatigue. Here's the thing. Some people are not smart enough to understand that what I'm saying makes sense, and that's actually the unbiased way to go. The reason why that has not gained traction is because when you put black on something, it sells because America's so anti-black. You put black on it, all the bigots come out. It's like bees to an open Coca-Cola on a sunny, picnicky day in July. Yeah, that's what blackness is. All the bees come out. Bigots. You understand what I'm saying? My argument is sound. If you sellouts really weren't sellouts, you'd be like, let's focus on the action. Let's focus on the thing we don't like. Let's give that a name, not people. Because if you had any self-respect, you could go look up white people fighting. If you look up white people fighting, you'll see all types of white people fighting. But you don't even do a hashtag look for white people fighting. You don't look for Asian people getting their ass kicked by other Asians or poor white trash or rednecks kicking rednecks. You don't even do that because you are happily to consume content that degrades black people. Or like you say, y'all black people, them black people. And that's the difference between you and people that we respect. So folks, this whole black fertility, fragility, frailty, fatigue, whatever this is, this black fatigue thing is nothing just the latest way for bigots to make money using black people as the punching bag. And it ain't nothing new about it. This has been a long-running thing in the United States. It's the first money maker, the first branding, the first movie in America that went platinum was a movie shitting on black people. What's the name of that movie again, guys? What's the name of that movie? First movie that went into the theaters that set off everything. Some say it erupted the Klan all across the globe. Well, not the globe, the country. Was a movie about black people, shitting on black people, demonizing black men and women, particularly black men. Yeah. So, yeah. Something about a nation. Yeah, someone knows in my comment section. Let me add the name up. Birth of a Nation is what it is. There we go. I found it. So all you sellouts, you sellouts, you traitors to yourselves, you haters, self-haters, you abominations. You're doing the work of bigots and racists and Nazis and skinheads. Good job. All right. Next, We're about done here, Johnson. I think we got at least one more done here, man. That's it, Herschel Reed got it. I got it, man. Birth of a Nation, Herschel Reed, thank you, my friend. Herschel knows what it is. I appreciate you. That's the movie. They don't know context. You know, and it's the internet. Who knows? They probably know. They just don't care. Some of them know. Some of them know. They just don't care because it's money. And all they got to do is dump on black people. Black people don't have no power. Anything else?
I definitely think, to the congressman's point, there are specific.
Okay, so I looked at this and I said, I want to take a look at this because this is hold on, let me get here. It's a segment on CNN I want to do to close out. I don't know, man. I'm gonna run this. We're gonna come back tomorrow. Well, damn, we don't do tomorrow. We'll come back on Wednesday. Do we have time for it? Yeah. Nah, we're gonna let it stay. We're gonna let it stay. Because we don't have time. I don't think we had time to really get into Abby's thing. I'm sure by this time there'll be more conversation about what took place, the hate crime in Boulder, Colorado. And I'm gonna call it a hate crime. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he meant to attack Jewish people. That's what he was there for. If he wanted to go after black people, maybe he would have went to a black church. If he wanted to go after white people, just generic white people, maybe he would have went to a Whole Foods. I don't know. I'm not saying, I'm just generally speaking. Maybe a Panera Bread. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I forget it. Maybe he went to Chinatown if he wanted to go after Asians. No, he went to a Jewish event. We'll deal with it later on the other side. Look, guys, thank you for tuning into the Tim Blake Show. Now, let's go to comments and see who's in the building. Who was in the building? Oh, was I wrong now? See, now the thing is gone, Johnson. I want to say shout out to the couple people that brought mugs during this live stream, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Shout out to those people. I don't know if you want your names to be highlighted, so I gotta respect people's privacy. Never know. Somebody may be ordering it. Their spouse is like, "Who you doing spending money?" So you never know, man. I would shout you out, but I just want to say thank you for supporting this independent media show, and I will get that out to you as soon as possible. I was wondering why I can't get my damn comments, man. I spoke too soon. When the super chat came in, I could see it, but now I can't. Hit the like button, guys. We got over 300 people watching just on YouTube. We've got another 200 on X. And in order to grow the show, I need likes. So hit the like button before you leave to let people know that you were here, fam. And see, I can see Free Palestine by M. Sparks. Yeah, I can see that. I see Cat Negrita. Cat Negrita left a comment for me. And Arlene Chambers, so I can see him in the stream, but I can't see him at the top. Arlene Chambers, thank you, Arlene, for supporting the show. Here we go. M. Sparks. That's the Free Palestine that I saw. Cat Negrita says, the self-care maven. Your integrity is what sold me on being a supporter. Tim Black, keep shining. Man, respect. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate you, sister. Yeah, and that's all I'm trying to say. And I wonder what triggered you to say that. And I mean that in a positive way. What inspired you to make that comment? What's up, DeAndre? Angry Bros a clown. Yeah, I hesitated. I didn't choose him. He was in the thing. I wasn't going to acknowledge him, but what the hell? There have been people saying, you need to team up with Angry Bro. I'm like, why? Because we both got bass in our voice. We need to work together. Now I'm going to work together with people that, that I choose to work with. You know what I'm saying? That, I don't know. Shout out to Dr. Musa Abdullah. I did his podcast over the weekend. That was dope, guys. Don't forget to become a member to watch the Van Lathan clip. Don't forget to go check out Dana with the Data on the Joe Brown Show. So those three people, and Shermichael, of course, I like those people that I've collaborated with who came on the show. There you go. I don't need Angry Bruh dumping on black people for easy wins. Someone said the man is claiming he's from Egypt. That's what they say. They said he's from Egypt. I don't know, man. I don't know. Black Rose, I don't know Black Rose if he's actually from Egypt or not. That's what they are reporting. I do know he's not a citizen of the United States. That I do know. And that's, look, I don't even know what they said. Like, I really have no way to determine if that is accurate. That's the story that I'm going with based on the story they're going with. And if something changes, I will update you and let you know what I find out. All right, folks, that's it. Tay Diggs in the house. I agree, Tay. They just don't get it, Johnson. The Democrats don't get it. I'm going to leave it there, folks. Remember, we'll be back on Wednesday for another Tim Black Show. Until then, go see our content. Go to timblacktv.com to find all my links to everything, y'all. I got nothing but respect for you. Hey, look, man, keep me in your prayers tomorrow. I got an important test coming up. Hope things go well. At least I hope I score at least a 60. All right, guys, number love for you. Black men, get your checkouts. Get your checkouts. You owe it to yourselves and your loved ones. Number love for you. I see you guys on the next one. Much respect. Much respect. Remember, never let anybody take your cornbread. Keep your cornbread. And, you know how I like to end my shows with my babies. Where are my ladies? Where are my ladies? Oh, there they go. Peace, y'all.